is frightful.
I don't think that one's copyright free.
How is that one not copyright free?
Because it was written later than the fucking date of copyright free. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think that one's copyright free. You want a Christmas song? Fine. You know what? Fine.
Hey,
yeah. I'll do this. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of copyright free. It's ancient. It's like 5,000 years old. The song's older than Christ is. Like that's that's copyright free.
Older than Christ, even though the idea of Christmas came right after Christ died.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people write songs about the future, and those people, gosh, they're real smart because they read into the future. They knew what was coming. I'm getting direct messages from my friend who I'm just gonna call him Green Beret Wolf. Even I'm not gonna fall into the snare of what his name is on Discord. Not gonna do it.
Okay, Green Beret said.
So yeah.
Yep. He's messaging me and he's going, "Don't you diss me right now." So it's not happening. It's not happening. I'm not doing it. He's my friend Jesus Christ. Okay, he's Jesus Christ. That is his name.
Oh, that's why he said,
his name is Jesus Christ.
Don't diss me.
Yeah, don't diss me. His name is Jesus Christ.
I do want to say I'm just now finding out more about that.
Oh my God! He just said yes, we did it. So let me just get this out real quick because.
Ladies and gentlemen, we did it.
God damn it.
All right.
But
can we get a pog in chat? Yes, let's get some pogs.
Pog.
Come on. Let's pog this shit up.
Pogs.
More pogs. You know what? I'm a pog too. We all get to pog. Pog champ.
But hey, hello everybody. Welcome back to welcome on to another episode of the Grand Slam. This time we are since it is the month of December, we are doing a holiday season specials. Well, I guess you could say that, but we're doing a holiday. We're doing the Christmas stuff since we're in the big holiday spirit. As you can see here on this look that you guys can see, candy canes, lights. Robin has boxes of presents. They're both wearing Christmas hats.
Boxes of presents. We got into the eggnog.
And Will, as of course, as you can see, he's an artist. He's an Arctic Fox today.
Oh, I've always wanted to be a silver fox. Heyo.
But of course, how you two doing? How you guys doing?
Robin.
Well, I mean, it was going good, and then got in line for trying to get a PlayStation 5. Got to the 37-minute mark in the line, and then got an update from the people I've been following on Twitter saying that they sold out, so I didn't get one. But lost this battle, haven't lost the war yet, so just gotta keep trying. I'm disappointed, but I'm like, what was to be expected? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I could just go wander in that forest that was in the pre-show.
Ah, yes, the forest.
Because I didn't get a PS5.
Yes. That forest, and we showed the forest. We showed the forest in the pre-show show. That's actually where all of the Canadian elves live.
And of course, those wolves that attacked Liam Neeson in the movie The Grey.
Wolf.
Yes, and also in the movie The Blue Meanies, and I'm sorry, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Yellow Submarines.
And and weirdly enough, who also lives there is John Stamos. He just
lives there. He's like this Tom Bombadil figure, and Robin doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about, but Edgar might not either. But for those who know, you know. Anyway, Edgar, why am I a silver fox?
I was like, first of all, I was like, I was looking through stuff and I got this. I'm like, what is Will's picture gonna be today? And I'm like, what's something that's Christmas thingy? And I'm like, oh, Arctic Fox. I mean, you don't see that promotion, but I'm like, let's put him in Arctic Fox. Why not?
Oh, you should have made him the polar bear for Coca-Cola.
Maybe next episode.
Well,
okay. Let me just cut this in the bud real quick. As long as there is no Coca-Cola logo visible, I think
that's
we
true.
can do that. Because I'm not about to get sued by Coca-fucking-Cola, okay? Like,
oh, here's a compromise. Just it's a real polar bear with a Santa Claus hat, and he has an RC cola. That'll work.
no, it won't, because then I'm gonna get sued by obviously less powerful and having far fewer lawyers. RC Cola. Will Cola. That's right. It could be Will Cola.
Yeah.
Wolf Cola.
I'll just give you. I'll give the polar
Ladies
bear.
and gentlemen, this is Wolf Brand Cola, the only cola that's made out of real wolves. You're gonna howl at the moon. It's gonna be a really good time. Let me just crack this. Take a sip. Oh God! Oh, it tastes like blood. This is real wolf. Oh, this goes down rough. Man, that's a pun. But no, really, folks, it's bad. Don't buy this. How did you carbonate wolf blood? It didn't coagulate. Oh, let me just take another. It's crunchy. Why is it? How does it crunch?
It's got the nice.
Ladies and gentlemen,
right,
thank you for supporting Wolf Brand Cola.
Thank you very for that. Just you can pick up the check on the way out. Just
talk to our agents over there. Our agents have your check right there.
Oh, hang on. Wait, he can't hear me.
Oh, he can't.
No, he can't. Hang on. Hang on. Let me get the. Let me just. Harry. Okay, you can pick up the check outside on the doorway on your way out. Thank you.
Oh, outside. On the way out.
Yes, on the way out. Just right outside. So.
Oh, okay. Do you validate parking?
No, we don't validate parking. We don't. Get out of here.
I'm sorry. I was told I'd have parking. The Wolf Brand soda. It's just not good.
I know it's not good. Well, we have to sell it. Okay, it's part of the budget. It's helping building this place up. Okay, you need to get out of here now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I used to do baseball.
Yeah, we know. We know you used to do baseball. Okay, you need to stop talking about that. Okay, I don't even know how you're alive. You're dead.
I'm not.
But,
I've been dead since 1998. I'm pretty sure that was Clinton administration, right?
Yeah, yes. It's sad that you weren't alive when the Cubs won in 2016, but you need to leave, okay? You need to
Cubs
move on,
win.
Harry.
Cubs win.
Yes,
Bye.
Cubs win. Get out of here. Go. God.
Bye.
There he goes.
I've gotta go. Bye.
Wait, why did he ask for
Alright.
why was he asking about parking if he doesn't even drive a car if he's a ghost?
I don't know. Why do you think? I mean, just I've been telling
Guys,
him
you
this.
can't ask him questions. He's just a crazy, awesome dude, and he might even be back. Like, I don't know. He's just fun.
We just gotta remember
If he
to
died
use.
in 1998, does that mean he never had Sprite cranberry?
I don't think he's never had a
No,
Sprite
but
cranberry.
he had vodka cranberries. I'm almost certain.
True.
Vodka cranberry, which is 10 times better than Sprite cranberry.
Open can wolf comes out and rips face off. Will Cola, always fresh, always bubbly, lol, just like his personality. Guys, y'all are so nice. Always bubbly like his personality. Aww. Having consumed more than my fair share of blood, both human and animal, it isn't that bad. Okay, moving on.
All I know is if we need
Very important question.
if Harry Carey does come back, you need to use the mic, the megaphone, because he is hard of hearing,
Yeah.
even though he is a ghost.
I mean,
So-
he. You know what? He's dead, and beyond the if Phasmophobia has taught me anything, yeah. And by the way, we've been playing Phasmophobia.
Yes,
If
we have.
Phasmophobia has taught me anything, it's that ghosts do not respond to your questions.
No,
Because I've asked ghosts a lot of questions. I asked Daniel Hernandez where the money was. I asked his sister, Helen,
yeah, Helen.
where she
Hernandez.
was. She said nothing. She was clearly in the room with us. She killed Robin.
Yes.
And she said nothing. At one point, she kind of went in my ear, and that was rude. But you know, that's just okay. Well, somebody's clearly typing.
Sorry, it's.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Wait. Oh, someone's typing. Oh, I think we're. Yep, we're getting. Guys,
Yeah.
we're getting a telegram.
No.
Oh, we are?
What? Oh, okay.
Robin, were you doing it too?
Oh.
Well, there was an obvious echo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grand Slam, where our audio tech is so good. It's such a
Very good.
great system that we have feedback, and we don't address it. Like, we address it, but we're not fixing it. Anyway,
We got some.
Anyway.
We got some certain agendas going on today. We got
Oh, honey, we've got so many agendas.
a lot. Well, we got the movie that we want to talk about, but I do want to talk about one thing first, which is movie related, and I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it, Will and Robin. If you guys haven't heard, recently, Warner Brothers just announced that their 2021 slate, and they're doing it where all the movies that are going to release on 2021 are not only will be released in theaters, but will also be releasing the same day on HBO Max. So meaning we're gonna and it's gonna start with Wonder Woman on December 25th on Christmas Day. So when Wonder Woman 1984 comes out in theaters, it would also be out on HBO Max.
HBO Max, yeah.
With no extra charge. And what I've read there, it looked like it said it was only going to be there for a month and then disappear, and then it probably might come back later on.
Yeah.
But what I've heard, it's very iffy, and I wanted to get your guys' full thoughts of what you think about it and what you really and because I guess you could say it's technically like a really huge thing that's just happened.
Well, not technically. It is a huge thing.
Yeah.
It's literally WB putting their whole movie library for 2021, at least the release library, onto a streaming service at the same time. I mean, Dune is coming out on HBO Max.
Yeah. I guess you could say the whole list that they have is Wonder Woman 1988, Dune,
The Suicide Squad.
the Suicide Squad. Oh, excuse me.
I haven't heard that movie.
The prequel, the prequel to The Sopranos, The Matrix,
Which is just called The Tenors.
is it?
No.
Oh, well, I don't know.
There's some. They called it something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it's the prequel to The Sopranos, Matrix 4, Space Jam 2, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, which we finally got official logos
Yeah.
during that when they had that trailer for for HBO Max.
Yeah.
Because like we got a logo for Matrix 4, logo for Space Jam, logo for the Mortal Kombat movie. So it was like, oh crap!
And we got a lot of
That's
logos
cool.
for that. Yeah. West Side's not what is it? West no, In the Heights.
No, in the Heights. Yeah,
In the Heights is going to be doing that.
Lin-Manuel Miranda's first
Yeah.
musical, I think. That
Which
he
a
wrote.
lot, and the ones they show that had official logos like Matrix 4's, Space Jam 2, and Mortal Kombat. It's like those we haven't even seen trailers or like anything big with those movies, and those are apparently gonna. I guess those are announced for 2021. So
I guess.
Yeah.
People are all excited about Mortal Kombat. I want to see Immortal Kombat. I want to see what they can do when they can't die. Like, what? We're just gonna keep beating each other in the head with like hammers? I assume it's hammers. I don't know. Fine. Maybe it's a punch bowl, Robin. I don't know. They're
Yes.
immortal. It can be anything.
anything.
Oh God.
So
It can be
basically,
anything.
yeah. So basically,
And,
they got
but
go on, Will.
thank you. So rudely interrupted. This is why I requested my own trailer. I just can't do it. I can't fucking do it. In Mortal Kombat, that's gonna be the real crowd pleaser, cause like they're gonna be able to do some heinous shit to each other, like, oh god, he's got the chainsaw, and then body parts are everywhere, but they're still alive. We're gonna need a bigger boat. For all the carnage. Anyway, as to the question of the HBO and the Warner Brothers, welcome to the WB. I think it's
Oh, God,
pretty.
Jesus.
It's yeah, you know the reference I'm
Yes, I
making,
know
but
the
I'm,
reference.
but I'm not doing it.
You're
See?
not, no, you're not
that-
doing it.
I'm not doing it.
Uh-oh.
Edgar might not know the reference, but Robin does, and Robin's dying.
I'm just gonna
because
message you the next line.
Welcome to the WB. Ba-da, ba-da. Anyway, if you know, you know.
I just
I think
messaged
it-
you. What?
Yeah. Yeah. God, we're terrible people.
I know.
Ba-dum, bum. Anyway, I think it's a good thing what HBO and Warner Brothers have done, because honestly, like, this pandemic, oh gosh, guys, we're about to make it sad. This pandemic doesn't seem to be going away, and we don't have the vaccines and all the other jazz that we need yet in the number we need to start having, I don't know, the entire government start handing it out like, you know, free candy.
say,
So they got to make their money, and hey, team up with HBO, because apparently Netflix didn't want to shell out the money.
I think WB owns parts of HBO. So that's a big reason why they had a big deal. Like they gotta, you know, they're putting it on there because they already have like set deals. So
I will say this is a very, but yeah, to like echo like what Will was saying, like it is a very smart move that Warner Brothers is doing this, where they're having their 2021 slate go to theaters and in it because of the pandemic we're going. Like even though we're going to 2021, it's like we're still in a pandemic. It's like none of us want to go out to go to a movie theater at the moment.
I'm sorry, like I've always had gripes with movies. movies. Like I used to be like
Robin hates movies.
Well, no, like I have gripes with movie theater specifically. A big reason is
It's
because
not
like
dark enough in there for it. See, Robin likes to go. Even though he hates Lord of the Rings, which is a conversation we're going to have at a later point, and not this podcast, because this podcast is not about Lord of the Rings. It's about a different movie. Even though Robin hates the Lord of the Rings, he likes to go into a deep, dark cave. We're talking Moria, way down there. You know, way down there. Past where the Balrog was. Deep. He wants no light to have ever been near the place. And then he likes to just have the movie play, and he goes, ah, yes, this is cinema. I don't know why you turn into Orson Welles. I don't know
which
why
Orson Welles, the one where he's
Fat Orson Welles.
Fat Orson Welles when he's doing his
drunk.
Yeah, there we go.
I very much enjoy this wine from California. It's like, thank you, Orson. Can we do it again? Of course we can do it again. One more glass of wine.
Orson, you need to stop drinking the wine.
I need to stop drinking the wine, do I?
Yes,
Well,
you
you
need to
can
stop
go
drinking the wine.
yourself. That's what I say.
All right.
Okay.
You can wheel my fat ass out in a wheelbarrow, which coincidentally you will need, as it is part of my contract.
Did we passed up Marlon Brando for this guy?
Whose idea was to get him?
Marlon
This was
Brando had
probably
an
the better
engagement
choice.
with Souffle. Marlon Brando had an engagement with Souffle, and he was just going, this tragedy that this souffle isn't as good as the last souffle.
No, the one thing that would go would be like, yeah, but do you really want to deal with Marlon Brando? Yeah, good point. All right, from the top, Orson.
This wine is the greatest of wines. Okay, I just want to point out to everybody who's watching,
get to finish my point.
the show is going to start soon. Robin?
So, I don't even think we properly introed it.
I have a gripe with movie theaters mostly because, nowadays, because I like, even though it's not great like the ones up in Corpus in the big cities, I like going to the one here in town because it costs $6 for a movie ticket. Yeah, at least it used to. Like at matinee, it costs $6. It's like $12 for weekday or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like comparing that to like paying $16, almost $20 for a movie ticket, because you also have to reserve a seat, which I think is really stupid that you have to reserve a seat. And also they're trying to make an incentive that you have to buy all that stuff, which I fucking don't, because it's like, I don't want to get popcorn and all that. But it's like, I just want to sit down and watch the movie. I don't want to have to make this a whole fucking event. And also you have to deal with, sometimes you're going to deal with assholes who like don't have their ringer off, or some people like smoke their vape pen in the during the movie, or people are like so tired that they start snoring in the while they're sitting down, and it's
okay. Now I'm gonna get some of the things you said, Robin, but I have fallen asleep in the movie theater before, and I will not be judged by you.
I'm just saying that it's like,
the seats were comfortable. I had eaten a bag of popcorn. I had like a Coke or something, and I was very tired. And I had already seen the movie, and I went with family, and then I just fell asleep.
But
and you know what? It wasn't even a good movie. But
like, and that's an added thing, is then you could just leave. But then at the same time, you said you're with your family, so I get that. But like, I'm just saying, like, in general, from my experiences, it's just like I just had enough with it. It's like, it's really ridiculous, because like I get to be at home.
What silent movies are you going to go watch that you can hear somebody snore over the booming sound effects?
You'd be fucking surprised, Will.
What?
I'm not kidding.
Do people be sounding like, like lawnmowers? Not just.
Yes.
Like.
I've heard
my
people fucking snore really loud while we were watching a fucking movie. And it's like they're either like 3 seats down or on the opposite side of the row for me. I could still hear them.
Okay, well, Robin, you maybe should have contacted a manager because that person might have been having an episode. Like, if they're snoring that loud. And Robin, I don't know why I'm assuming you were in the middle of the movie Transformers, but I'm assuming you were in the middle of the movie Transformers. And that movie is Michael Bay, and it's not quiet.
Another thing that I always find is stupid is
Hey,
like,
can I interrupt you real quick, Robin? Hey, Edgar,
Yeah.
that movie is Michael Bay, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I was asking Edgar, Robin. Thank you, Edgar.
No problem.
Go on, Robin.
Another thing, and this is specifically with like very popular movies, so like MCU or specifically the Star Wars movies. I really hate it.
Movies.
Or Werner Herzog movies. People don't shut up during Werner Herzog movies.
Yeah.
So like, let's use Star Wars. So like in the very beginning, when the new movies came out, it was like I was so hyped for the very first one, but I'm still like, no, people better, like, they're going to do it, but I don't want them to start cheering when we start seeing Star Wars and then the opening title crawl.
Oh my god, I remember the Star Wars logo. I gotta clap for that. I gotta clap for that. But yeah, that shit's
and then there's they start clapping. There's also like when the movie just ends, people start like clapping too, and it's like, Dick, shut up. They're not gonna hear you. It's a fucking movie.
You know what? Next time it happens, Robin, you should stand up and loudly yell, "Shut up! Shut up! It's a movie! They can't hear you!"
There are sometimes I do want to do that so bad.
And then only if you're and then Robin, oh my god. Then only if you're with a group of 6 to 12 of your best friends should you do that. Yell, shut up, they can't hear you, it's a movie. And then yell, God is dead. God is dead. He's forsaken us all. And then just run out. Not only will people be mad, but people will be very confused.
There was, I know, but like, I know it's another thing to bring up is that there's a lot of people who think because of something like this happening is like a lot of people thinking, oh, this is going to be this is going to be the death of movie theaters.
Yeah, I will say, I'll speak my piece because I know Robin has more negative experiences with going to a movie theater than I have. I've been lucky enough that whenever I go to to the Cinemark that I'm close to that I live at, that I'm close by, I go to that one and I'm different. I love getting popcorn and soda when I go watch a movie. I don't like the idea of eating before a movie because I would just be hungry while watching the movie. So I need something to snack on while I watch a movie. I could eat after, but if I eat before, I just feel weird. I don't like that. That's just me personally. I need to eat. I need to have my good old popcorn and soda so I can enjoy my movie. I don't want to eat a stupid Chipotle thing on the back way. I would like to eat it after, but not before. But I've been lucky enough that when I go to a movie theater, like to watch like just movies that I want to watch, that everyone's just been quiet. It's like there's no talking. Everyone just sits there and listens to a movie. And it's usually even the big Marvel movies, I've been surprised that whenever I go to them, like they're always quiet. It wasn't until I went to go watch a Disney movie, specifically Toy Story 4. Not only I didn't really like the movie, which will go that's a whole argument on its own, but it's more that that's this Disney movie specifically, besides Marvel, Star Wars, or like any comic movies.
It was specifically a kids animated movie.
Yeah, and it's always with Disney movies because it was the same experience I did with another one. And it's whenever you go to these, you always see families bring blankets and they bring a lot of other stuff, like a lot of like blankets and pillows, and I'm like, well, okay. I'm like, you don't really need this.
What are you camping out here or something?
What are you gonna take? I'm like, are you gonna take a nap in the movie theater? If not, just get the hell out. And then like the kid, and like that's where you learn like kids don't shut up. If like they like it, I'm like, if they laugh, they laugh. It's fine. People laugh at a movie. I'm like, if it's a movie that's funny, they're gonna laugh at it. If they cry at it, they're gonna cry at it. It's all that. I'm fine with that. But if they're gonna laugh and they continue talking with it, yeah, I'm gonna hate it. So like those experiences where I'm like, I hate.
Taking the kids part portion out of it. So like, it's just amazing that this is just a.
Mm-hmm.
From stories that I've heard people say like put up like complaining about like, you know, dealing with people on like some people talking during the movie. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like to do that when I'm at home, like while I'm watching a movie and talk over it. But when I'm in a movie theater, I'm like, I'm very courteous. I don't fucking talk out loud because there's a lot of people who do that.
I will also say it's like people clapping after the credits, like when the credits happen, I don't get mad at that. I mean, it's like, oh, it's like you're watching, like it's like how people would watch a play, like after the play's finished, you clap with it. Sure, there's not people around, like they're not there to see you clap for it, but I'm like, it's fine. It's like, it's the movie's over. They enjoyed it. They'll give it a clap. That's fine. That's not gonna bother me because the movie's already done. It's only if they start clapping at the beginning or they start clapping during the movie. Like, I know that superhero. I know Iron Man. I gotta clap for him because he's so cool. Yeah, that's gonna annoy the hell out of me. But if it's like credits,
during Endgame when Cap picks up the fucking
spoiler alert for like a movie.
It's been out for a long fucking time.
You still gotta give spoilers to things, you know.
Even the director said, okay, no, it's been out for 3 months after we said that we were not going to talk spoilers.
We still want to be courteous to them.
All right, whatever. Yeah, anyway, so he picks up the thing.
He picks up Hammer,
and everybody starts clapping, and I'm like, shut up, you're ruining the moment. And like, here's another thing. So what I was trying to say about like, it seems to be like a United States problem, at least because like a lot of people who have described this. Then there are people who have at least been who live in England who have said, no, this doesn't happen over here. We're very courteous. We're quiet. We treat it as if we're going to see a performance. You be quiet and you watch the movie. You can have food, but you just be quiet.
In other countries, that's what in other countries they do. Like some other countries, they do the same thing that we do. In other countries, they are courteous with that. And it's like, if you're not like the Alamo, Alamo movie theaters,
Alamo Draft House.
If you're not like the Alamo Draft House,
the Alamo. Remember the Alamo.
Alamo Draft House is the best. Are the best theater places.
Yeah,
because they take it seriously. Where it's like, no, you need to be quiet.
And that's what and Alamo Draft House are.
Remember the Alamo.
Yeah,
yeah. And they're always the ones, and they're the ones that like if you really want to go, it's one of those places that you like because they're really courteous with movies, and it's more like, it's kind of like, I guess you could compare it to like an arcade. I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Where it's like.
And when you buy bottomless popcorn, they mean it. I one time went in there and ate 38 bowls of popcorn, not cooked. It just raw corn. It wasn't popped. I specifically asked them for all the kernels, and they were like, "That's weird." And I was like, "Yeah, I want all the kernels." And they were like, "Okay." And I just sat in that movie theater like chewing kernels, going every once in a while to get stuck in your throat. And there were people. There weren't that many people in the theater, but some of them were concerned. But it was bottomless, so I got my money's worth.
Bottomless popcorn, bottomless sodas, from time to time, bottomless sangria, depending on the place you go to.
And sometimes bottomless chairs. I fell one time. It was.
Oh shit.
Not an experience I would recommend. I was just like, oh cool, this is my chair, and then I went to sit down and it's very dark in the theater, and I just went and like, you know, that poor old woman that was next to me, I fell in her lap. We're married now. We're expecting a kid.
Oh, congratulations.
It's her. Well, no, it's her grandson. He's coming over for Christmas. Yeah.
I will really quick added plus for
I'm sorry, really quick. There
House.
is nothing about this podcast today that's been quick. Please go on.
Yeah. if you somehow go to an Alamo Draft House, I don't know where else they have them outside of Texas.
I think they have them in other places. They have them in other states.
I know they do. I just don't know where. But like, if you happen to go to one, I highly recommend getting their milkshakes. Their milkshakes are fucking good.
But like to this whole thing, I'm like, I understand like some people are like, oh, this is gonna like the Desert Cinema. I don't think it's really gonna.
It's not going to.
It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna. The way I think, I'm like, can it harm it? Yeah, it's gonna harm it. But at the same time, this is a huge and very.
You're going to have a lot of like.
It's a very. Hold up, Robin. Hold Robin. Hold up.
Okay.
Hold up. As Will says, hold up. This is a. Oh my!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're not gonna address that. We're not gonna. No. We're gonna address it, but we're not gonna address it right now. Edgar, finish your thought. Oh, I'm with you, Priviato. Hold up, I know. Edgar, finish your thought, and then we'll continue.
Thank you. As I was saying, it's just. Do I love going to the movie theaters? Absolutely. I always love going to watch movies there. But at the same time, this is a benefit for a lot of people, especially since we're in a pandemic. It's like no one wants to go to a movie theater at the moment. Like, hell, it's like we shouldn't even be going to a movie theater right now. So yeah, it's gonna harm the movie theaters right now. They've been harmed with the pandemic the whole time. But it's a smart move that Warner Brothers is doing this. But I'm also glad Warner Brothers is not charging you $30 or like $20 fucking dollars like Disney was doing. Disney had the right move. We're like, oh, we're gonna add our movies into Disney Plus, but Disney's very stingy that they want you to pay extra just to watch it.
Money.
They want your money. And with Warner Brothers, it's like they're coming into theaters, but they're also gonna be on HBO Max for a month, and you could watch it for a month, which is a very smart move, especially since they're not charging. So a lot of people are going to take advantage of it. I'm like, hell, when they announced that, I was already considering getting HBO Max because I'm like, wow, there's actually some movies I really want to watch on there either way. But also hearing this announcement, I'm like, yeah, it's going to give me an opportunity to see movies like Godzilla vs. Kong, King Kong is going to be in there as well when it comes out. I'm like, I would never was going to watch Wonder Woman 1998 in theaters because that's just, I'm like, I don't know, DC's a bit iffy. So it's like, yeah, I'll check it out on HBO Max and see how it is. Same thing with a Mortal Kombat movie. I'm like, movies, it's like there's movies there like that are gonna come to theaters. I'm like, I don't really want to go to theater to see it, that I'll just watch it on HBO Max. And it's a smart move. Now, will they continue this? They said this is temporarily, so who knows if it really depends on how successful this plan
I was gonna say,
does.
They want to see how well it works.
Yeah.
Because and here's the thing, I don't think movie theaters are going to die completely because there's one group of people that are probably going to keep it going, and that's the hipster group.
Yeah.
Because, like, for some reason, and I don't mind them, but vinyl records are still a thing.
Yeah. Hence, I feel like they're going to end up like how they're just going to be like arcade, where it's like, you know how arcades used to be huge back in the day. Yeah. Everyone would always go there and get them, and then once home consoles started becoming a thing, it's like, yeah, everyone say here. But like, you always have those people that like to go to an arcade and they'll go there. Like the Alamo Draft House, I feel like will be the ones that will stay up because they love they have movies where they show like bad movies or like anniversary movies. The ones that are gonna harm real bad is like Cinemark and like Regal and AMC.
Actually, I mean, maybe AMC because they're already going through bankruptcy, but I don't. Not so much the big ones, like Cinemark. I think they're not gonna get hurt that bad. They're gonna be around. They're probably gonna take that marketing of doing the same thing like Alamo Draft House, of trying to make it more appealing to people and more fun. There's a lot of Cinemarks in California where they're turning them into like they have like little restaurants in the middle of it, like they have at Alamo Draft House. The thing that's going to hurt this, I remember watching a thing about this on YouTube about this guy talking about like the struggle he has between the two, because he, like, on one benefit, this will help. In fact, this will help movie theaters a lot more, at least the bigger ones, in terms of making revenue. But what it's going to hurt a lot is like the local local theaters.
Yeah.
Local smaller theaters.
Local theaters were already struggling, especially with like this pandemic, but it's gonna struggle more with these movies that are gonna go like both in theaters but also on demand on HBO Max.
And that's the thing. Like a lot of people, there's some people that I see that get upset about it, but it's like, no, you guys, you're not going to a local movie theater.
Yeah.
You're going to like Cinemark, which
Yeah.
they're not going to they're not going to be very affected by this.
Mhm.
If anything, like there's a reason why I like going to the one in Kingsville, because at least I'm supporting like a local theater.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's not the greatest, but it's cheaper than going to Corpus.
Yeah. And it's like, and I know some people are like scared, but like, it's like, if you really want to help, it's like you only go to your local theater. You wouldn't go to an Alamo or you would go to a Cinemark. You would go to the ones that are local to you. But it's just, I'm not really scared about this. It's like Cinemark's gonna be fine, Draft House is gonna be fine. What is gonna change, that I feel like they should, if Cinemark wants to keep on going, is if they do the same route that Alamo Draft House does. Is because they're already doing the food stuff where like you could buy like
they're doing the food stuff. They're starting to show like anniversary stuff.
Yeah.
And
My local
older
theaters,
movies.
my local theater, like they're this week they are playing Die Hard because it's a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, part of me wants to go. And that was the little voice in the back of my head going,
Go get popcorn. Have a good time.
and then the rest of me was like, no, devil. Speaking of devils, there was a goddamn demon in here earlier. Are we just not going to address that? Like, I'm sorry. Like, we were talking about HBO and the Warner Brothers, and like, there was a demon in here.
I don't
There
know.
was,
I think it was because Edgar mentioned Godzilla versus Kong.
Maybe.
So I mean,
Oh, is that what happened? Because I'm pretty sure that was a demon. I don't know. I don't know if that was some kind of like demon gorilla, in which case I'm extra scared because it's got the strength of a demon and a gorilla. Yeah, that okay, we're not doing that. Stop that. Cuz you're going to summon it.
it's such a
and then I've got to like pray and to cleanse this entire podcast, and it's a whole
you got to get the smudge
ordeal.
sticks.
You got to get the what Phasmophobia has taught me is you always keep a crucifix equipped always, and you never volunteer to go in alone. You always send Robin, because Robin will probably won't die, although he has.
Daredevil. I'm the one who goes in, and Edgar too, because he's the one that's like he likes to do stuff on his own too, and he has to do it for content because he's the one who's recording.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
like you know, but Edgar's also the one that has to like theoretically edit all of this stuff, and
Yeah.
I have no belief that any of this is being edited. It's just going to be put in together raw, uncut. We're going to put in the fact that there was a demon. We're not going to sanitize it for our international audience. They're going to be like, oh my god, a demon. They sound exactly like us. The whole world's American now. You know, we're all the same. We're all cookie cutter, you know. Speaking of cookies, Christmas, How the
Yes.
Grinch Stole It
Oh.
movie.
Transition.
Nice segue.
Nice segue.
Nice segue. Which
Nice.
is, by the way, something I want for Christmas. I want a segue. Because I'm better than you. And I want to be able to not walk, but also go very slowly. It's like a hoverboard, but with handles.
Well, you know, since this is the month of the Christmas, we all wanted to, you know, we're gonna watch a lot of Christmas movies, but specifically
Okay,
not
are
only
you saying crema?
Christmas.
It's from this YouTuber. He's
Claim.
doing the voice from this YouTuber called Senor Pello. Is that what you're doing, Edgar?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Christmas.
hey chat, did anybody else not get that reference, or am I the only asshole here? Happy Crisis! Merry Chrysler! Yeah, how about that one? All
There
right,
we go.
but you know,
it is Christmas.
It's the
Merry
holidays.
Krampus.
it's just you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holiday.
But-
But you know, we're gonna watch a lot of movies that are related to Christmas or start on Christmas, so you'll see a lot of other movies from the following weeks. And the one we're gonna start off with is it's you know, a Christmas movie, but you know, it's a movie
It's a
that's
classic.
It's a classic to a lot of people, and you know, we want to start with that one off. I guess you know, because we're getting a little bit busy, but we were like, hey, let's watch this one. We did, because we all know the story of the Grinch, and we also know about this one, so we wanted to give our own like a good thoughts about this, you know, which is the
What are we gangsters from the 20s now? Gee whiz, boss, you know we gotta go down to the place. Well, I'll tell you, Slick, it's gonna be a bad show.
Hey, boss, we gotta watch the Grinch, how the Grinch Stole Christmas. Is it the is it the one that starred Jim Carrey? You know the funny man.
I don't know who this guy is, but he's the Grinch, and I
Yeah,
don't like him. And he's muscling it on our turf. And back in my day, we never robbed from our grandmother's neighborhoods, and we didn't fuck with the fat man.
yeah.
And I mean Santa, not Tony Fats, who is very obese.
Hey, boss, did you want us to kill the Grinch?
No, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna move on.
Okay.
It's gonna be fine. Oh God,
Gotcha.
I got a piece of veal stuck in my throat.
Hey, boss, you gonna be all right?
No, I'm like fucking choking. It's bad. Like,
hey, did you
give
want
me
us
some water. Give
some-
me some.
Hey, get
We
the boss
gotta
some
go.
water. We gotta get the
my
boss
coat.
water.
We're leaving.
Okay.
We're getting out of here.
We're leaving. Okay. Where's Ricardo with the car? We need Ricardo
We're
with the
leaving. We're shut up and get in the car. Get in the.
car. We're getting.
They're out. They're out.
Okay.
They're gone.
Yeah.
They're gone. Clearly, our voiceover work is spot on amazing. But the Grinch,
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
the Grinch, and how he stole a holiday.
Yeah, which of course, How the Grinch Stole Christmas is based on a book by Dr. Seuss, and it was they made it into a small cartoon short for the holidays, which that one's a lot of fun to watch. Has the classic song, and then they made it into a live-action movie with Jim Carrey. And
Directed by Ron Howard, which I didn't know that.
oh,
Ron Howard from the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah,
With the-
Ronnie
with
Howard.
With the theme that we can't whistle because of copyright law, but it
Yeah.
might sound like, and that's the only part that we can afford. It's just that beginning, like, oh,
Yeah.
you whistled an extra note. We are fucked. We cannot afford we can afford, and that's it.
what if we did another section
but-
with it?
No! Oh God!
Oh,
Oh, we're gonna have to have Christmas repoed. Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to do the math later to figure out
Apparently
what
also-
we can't do.
I was looking through the cast of this movie, and it's like, apparently, Bryce Dallas Howard is in this too when she was younger, because I think she's like the nephew of Ron Howard. So I think there's a lot of Howards in this movie.
I'm
Like-
sorry. Did you say that she's the nephew?
She's the nephew of Ron Howard.
There's
Yeah.
Jeremy.
No. No.
Niece.
Say it again. Say thank you.
Niece of Ron Howard. I'm like,
There's
Tired.
there's Jeremy Howard, Rance Howard, Clint Howard.
Howard
Clint is-
Cosell.
There's but you know we got this movie stars Jim Carrey as the Grinch. This
and that's all you really need to know
no.
who's in this movie.
yeah.
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern. No. Damn.
Because in reality, the Grinch literally, Jim Carrey, without anything, he's the one who literally like steals the entire show. Hence why I mean, I remember looking up like how they did his makeup, where he just had to train not like to breathe, like in small portions, while they had to do like hours and hours of his makeup.
Jesus.
Which was
This is, I'll be honest, this is the first time I've seen this movie. I've never seen this.
Really? You've never seen this Grinch?
Not this one.
Whoa, you've never seen this one before?
No, I've seen the cartoon.
Holy!
I've never seen this.
Oh,
Not the new cartoon, not the new one. The original cartoon.
No.
I was gather round, children. It's time for a story. I was talking to a buddy of mine before I watched the movie again to get on the podcast right now, and I said, "Yeah, we're watching How the Grinch Stole Christmas," and he said, "Well, have you seen the new one?" And I said, "No, I haven't. I haven't seen the new one." And he said, "I'm going to show you a clip from the new one." And I said, "Oh, okay." It was 5.5 seconds, and I was just like, "Well, I'm done with this."
Yeah. Who
Benedict
knows?
Cumberbatch is the Grinch.
Yeah. I remember when they showed trailers for it, and I'm like, "Oh no."
Yeah, it's pretty damn awful. I haven't seen the movie. Yeah. Maybe it got better. I don't think it did. But moving back to the movie we're actually reviewing, Jim Carrey as the Grinch.
He's a really great,
beautiful.
I have my own experience with this because I mean, this was shown a lot back in school. So like it was always a Christmas movie everyone went to. I mean, hell, like that was like the play that a lot of people know. If a lot of people who were friends with me around in high school. I mean, that was we did the Grinch show in there, and I guess that's where like everyone's like, oh, seeing the movie The Grinch. I mean, that was technically my first. I was a freshman in high school, and technically that was like the first time I fully saw the movie from like beginning to end of The Grinch, if I'm gonna be honest. So like whoever seen this and saw that, sorry, that was really like my first time. But I have my whole experience with The Grinch. So I don't. It's too long. Not too long, but it's like what? Sorry.
What? you were doing pretty well, and then you just had a stroke.
It was just like I was just watching. I was like, because I'm like thinking through it. I'm like, man. I'm like, it's like The Grinch literally like went. Like I wouldn't say grew up with it. I was just like, holy shit! Like I have a lot of memories with this movie, more so of like doing it as a play in high school. So it's like I'm like, holy shit! That's like that was a fun time, and it was like a whack journey at that time with it. But the movie itself, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It gave me some good. I watched it. I was like, hey, this is cool.
I mean, I'm just like mostly just trying to be short with this one because like it's just. We all know what the story is, like just in general for the Grinch. I mean, it's just, it's the same basic story from the same book. I mean, it's just a little bit more drawn out because it's a movie. But like I think the one thing they added
something, you know,
the one thing they added was like they added a bit more
they added a
chemistry between. A bit more backstory, a bit more chemistry between the little girl and the Grinch.
I wouldn't say a bit more backstory. I mean, they do a whole like scenario about like his backstory, like how he was in the past.
Yeah, and then there was a bit more chemistry, like more added chemistry between the little kid and the Grinch. They added like he has a love interest, besides all that, it's all about the Grinch. Not having a great time, doesn't like Christmas, doesn't like that they're having fun with Christmas, so he decides to steal their shit, goes back, takes it back, but then realizes, no, I did something wrong, and then his heart grows 3 times bigger, and then he goes back down to celebrate it and brings it back. Yeah. So that's essentially the thing. But like, what I liked about this is that it's just Jim Carrey's take on the Grinch. This is really really fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like one of the quotes was when he's listing off his schedule, and then there's the part where it's like 5 o'clock, solve world hunger, tell no one. And I just lost it. That was fucking funny.
There's a lot of whether some people like this movie or not, it's just like Jim Carrey's performance alone was the reason why this movie is so loved by a lot of people, and why it's still like known and still watched on Christmas, like on the Christmas holidays, like in the month of December.
One man's toxic sludge is another man's potpourri. I don't know, some kind of soup.
He leaves when he... Okay, are we gonna try to do this in order of events? Because if we're just talking about good lines, there's the moment where the Grinch goes down to the town, and the mayor's a piece of shit, and and he leaves, and he's reading the phone book alphabetically to yell down the mountain at the Who's who live in Whoville, and it's like Ardvarticus Ebenezer who I hate you. Alfonso Barrios who I hate you. Hate. Double hate. Loathe entirely. It's so good. Just the levels. Like, the levels of voice. Oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there are some dirty jokes.
Oh yeah, there are.
And they're so funny. Bend over and kiss it, Whoville.
My favorite one of those adult jokes was when they had the flashback and the kids are coming in. It's like, oh hey honey, our kid is here. Why does he look like your boss?
and then Cindy Lou Who's just like, oh, that's how it works, and the spinster who lives with, we assume her sister. This is clearly a lesbian couple, but we're not gonna bring it up. It's just like, oh yeah, that's how it works. The kids, they fly through the air and they come down and land on your doorstep because they're in umbrella baskets.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, in that same scene, like in that exact same scene, there's the Grinch when it's a baby. He's a baby.
Yeah.
Is on the doorstep in the snow, and nobody notices him because inside there's a a Christmas. I'm stuck in Halloween because Green Beret Wolf said spooky season earlier and just screwed me over. There's a Christmas party going on, and they're putting keys in a bowl. They're clearly doing one of two things. They're all getting drunk and they don't want to be able to drive home, so they're all going to crash there. Or, more likely, that's a swingers joke. It's a key party. You throw your keys in the bowl, you fish around, you grab keys, and whosever keys you have, that's whose house you go back with their significant other. It was the swingers from the 60s. I'm pretty sure there's a swingers joke in this movie.
I wouldn't doubt it, because that's very subtle.
It's very subtle, and it's not like they focus on. It's not like they focus on the keys. They're just like, "Oh yeah, keys. Well, thank you." And then the Grinch, and it's like that's a swingers party.
I remember a long time ago when I don't know how long ago this was. Like me and my dad, we went to the Universal Studios park, and we went on the Universal tour, the studio tour, and they actually have Whoville like rebuilt to show off the set, and we actually drove through Whoville.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and it actually, like, I remember seeing all that. It's like, that's exactly how it looked like. I saw the courtyard, I saw the big Christmas tree. It still looked exactly the same.
Did you see the key bowl?
No, I
That
didn't
would
see
be a
the key
really
bowl.
A really good subtle nod. Oh.
From what I've heard, they made that all of that is made out of styrofoam. Like all the houses are made out of styrofoam.
Oh, okay.
Like not the ones that you can go inside of and go on the different floors, but like, you know, to make it seem more realistic, like the background sets, the archways, like they had to make it that's all styrofoam.
Well, I wouldn't call the movie itself realistic. I mean, it is based on a Doctor Who. Doctor
I mean, realistic in terms of like structures.
Okay.
If you're gonna walk into a building, like you're not expecting it to walk in. Oh my god, it's falling on top of me because it's made out of styrofoam.
Yeah. Because I mean, I don't know if you remember that scene where like the marching band at the beginning was playing music, and then like a little, like a smaller Whoville person was inside the tuba and started playing in it.
Yeah, I think that was. What I've heard is that both Vern Troyer and the guy who played the Oompa Loompas in the new
Willy Wonka?
Willy Wonka are in this movie.
Oh damn!
And I wouldn't doubt it if the smaller one that popped out was Vern Troyer, because I think he was like a small, like he was an extra. hang on. I didn't mean it like that. I mean like he had a small part. Rest in peace, Vern Troyer. But it's like, oh god. I think like really the only things that we can talk about in terms of going into more detail is really the stuff that they added into it, which is the backstory, like the flashback. Yeah. So because like the rest.
I guess you could say that's kind of like the weak part for me personally, because I enjoy like Jim Carrey himself is like what keeps it like super entertaining, but like we didn't really need a backstory for the Grinch itself. It was used just to have a longer Grinch film, but I for me it was like, oh, the backstory's fine. We didn't really need it. That's like you could have just added more Jim Carrey and kind of would have been fine, I guess. But if they wanted to make like add Cindy Lou Who more prominent in this.
See, at times I think there was way too much Cindy Lou Who.
Yeah.
Because like in the first 20 minutes of this film, she gets a song. And I'm just like, it's not. Where are you, Christmas? Yeah, we can stop right there. We can't afford it. Also, I don't want it. This movie is not called How Cindy Lou Who Saved Christmas. This is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Yeah. I want more of the Grinch to sing, because can you imagine? Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you and kill you? You know, would be a far better song.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so like, yeah, there's all the intro stuff. Like, oh, hey, let's give him backstory. You know what? I'm fine with him not having backstory. Like, okay, cool, I get it. There's a love interest, and yeah, that's fine. And also, apparently, the old ladies who took care of him were just fine with him busting up the family antiques, because, like, he's using he's in the flashback. He wants to give Martha Mayhew or something like that. I don't remember Martha Mayhew. He wants to give her the best Christmas gift, which is not his voice exactly, but it's pretty close. and he welds together a mismatch of kitchen items. Let's be honest, it's forks, spoons, and a cheese grater. He goes into the jewelry box of these old ladies, and he goes, "Oh, what a beautiful family heirloom," and just smashes it with a hammer to put the stones in the holes of the cheese grater so that the angel that he's made out of all of this junk can be pretty, and she can put it on top of her tree. And I'm like, "Oh, that's very nice. Here's the problem. That was a priceless family antique." I didn't see anybody else in Whoville walking around with diamonds and sapphires and rubies, except, of course, for Martha Mayhew. Because of, her fiancé,
the
mayor, and offers her a triple diamond ring, and the diamonds are stacked right on top of one another. Like, actually.
I don't like. It's just like with the overall story of it, it's just like it's fine, but it's like it's unnecessary. It's like, what does this really do to the story? It doesn't. It just adds more to it that has no point to it. It's like just the basic story how the Grinch stole stole Christmas.
You get to hate the mayor.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing that adds to it. But
like, I guess interest I can give or take. It causes some good. It causes some good lines and some good scenes.
Yeah,
but like, hating the mayor just adds so much to it. I don't know why.
I guess for me it's like if you were to take out like that origin stuff of it, like why he hates Christmas, that wouldn't change anything, because like we all know that he doesn't like Christmas. We hate it. I'm like, there was eventually gonna be a day where he's gonna like destroy and take everything. But I understand why they added that, because I'm like, they added it to give it more story. But I still would have been fine without like that kind of side stuff, and I could be fine without a lot of Cindy Lou Who herself either.
Well, all I know is that besides all that extra stuff they added, I'd be down to watch this again. I think it is a really good Christmas movie.
I'm still really shocked that this was your first time seeing this movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Like, I've always seen I remember the fucking trailer for that's at the beginning of the Shrek movie I have.
Oh yeah.
And it's always the same trailer, and that's all I've seen of that movie is from the trailer. And I remember a lot of the quotes from that, like when, especially the very ending of the trailer, where he would just go, "Fabulous," and then kisses him, and then it cuts to black, and then you hear him start laughing, and that's all. And then it cuts, and then it goes to the next trailer. That's what I remember.
But
Grinch, the timeless holiday classic coming to a theater near you. Fabulous.
I mean, that trailer. I guess you could say it wasn't wrong, because even though like I do have issues with the movie, like with the size stuff and everything, I mean, I can't deny that, like, yeah, this movie at the end of the day, it is considered a Christmas classic. And just like Elf starring Will Ferrell, like these movies, from what age they are, it's kind of surprising seeing that Grinch film go on and still be watched to this day. Like the people like my age that were younger, like now they in the future they'll show it to their kids, and their kids will show to theirs. It's one of those movies that is gonna live on for a long time.
Yeah.
Unlike the rebooted Grinch, which is not gonna live on. Just, you know, I guess the one difference is because the production and like the sets and the costumes they all went through for that one is what, and I guess is what makes it really huge. And I guess Illuminations, I really don't like Illuminations, and it's kind of like, I feel like the way they made the movie itself really didn't hold that Grinch movie hold up as long as it did with the original one, which they tried to do. But I guess for me, overall, Jim Carrey was the one that literally stole the entire show. Nothing, even with the side stories and all that, like even Jim Carrey worked with that and it still made a lot of really great funny lines. I could have done less with Cindy Lou Who. I didn't really want the origin story itself with it. But it's still a really great time. And if you were gonna say something, Robin?
Well, I was gonna say, well, what would you rate it?
Oh yeah, I would give it a 3 stars out of 5. It's right there where I'm like, yeah, I enjoyed it. It's like I don't love it, but I do enjoy it. I mean, hell, I played the Grinch in my high school freshman year. That was the one I started theater with, and that's what like a lot of high school, a lot of people in high school would know me from. I was like, oh, it's the kid who played the Grinch. Let's like, yeah. Either way, it was a fun time playing the Grinch in freshman year. And a lot of people who I know that, if some of them who do watch the show, they do know that about the Grinch stuff that I didn't. But like, yeah, that's kind of was the start of my whole like, what was big about the Grinch. Sorry.
I would say let me give the rating first. I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's good. It's a good Christmas movie. It's just, that backstory just seems a bit unnecessary to me, and a little bit with the love story thing. But I mean, they had to make it longer somehow.
Yeah.
There could have been a little less Wendy Woohoo, whatever the hell her name is. And
Cindy Lou Who.
Cindy Lou Who. And like it's good. It's I'd watch it again. It's a Christmas classic to me now. Like, yeah. I mean, I'd see it again. Mm-hmm. Will, what about you?
4.5 stars. Let me tell you why. So this is a classic. It's amazing. Jim Carrey makes everything that's like not as good with this movie. Just fuck that bullshit. Jim Carrey as the Grinch. I would pay money to see him ad-lib lines as the Grinch and scare whatever species who's are. They're rodent people with 12 toes. This is canon.
What?
They say it in the beginning. The line is said in the beginning. They have 12 toes. Mm-hmm. Also, they live in the mountains, and in the whatever universe we live in, where there's rodent people with 12 toes, they're also Christians because they celebrate Christmas and Easter and Arbor Day. This is all canon because it's said in the beginning of the film. Also, they use an air pipe line to get rid of their garbage, much like you would use at a bank if you go through the drive-through. They open they open the pipe, throw their stuff in, hit a button, and everything just goes whee up the mountain. And the Grinch just decides, I'm gonna travel with that, and does, and it's just fine. This is not even to mention all of the amazing lines that Jim Carrey delivers as the Grinch.
Yeah.
Like, he's in town the very first time. He's wearing a terrible mask that is obviously fake. All of the Who's are too wrapped up in their materialistic, capitalistic Christmas ideals to notice the thing they hate the most running around, and they go, like, he sabotages things and blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool, fine. And then someone's like, the Grinch! And everyone goes, the Grinch! And he goes, what do you want? I mean, the Grinch! Oh, no! That's classic. It's so good.
Yeah.
4.5 stars all day, all night.
Reasonable. Understood. Yeah. But of course, ladies and gentlemen,
maybe short, but of course, we're not gonna end it right there. We got one more segment before we end this show, which is our untitled segment idea. So without further ado,
Boo 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 dee dee doo dee doo dee doo. Christmas time.
Maybe we have to do a quicker version of this.
Yeah.
Given how much time we have.
Yeah, because I got a meeting at 6. That's why I'm kind of rushing this part. But Will. Yes, you Will. Untitled segment idea. You Will. What have you recently seen, watched?
Well, if you want me to do it fast, you want to not talk over me. Big Mouth just came out on Netflix. I'm going to be watching Big Mouth for the next couple of weeks. Big Mouth is amazing. Watch Big Mouth. It's going to be funny. I haven't seen it, but it's going to be funny. Robin.
I've been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves lately, as well as Will has. Been playing it with Will and with Stefan, and hopefully Edgar can get it soon, and we could do a thing of it.
Yeah.
That's what I've been playing. So, Edgar.
Yes, me. I've recently been playing, and I finished Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity, which is a sequel to the Hyrule Warriors, but technically it's a sequel to the prequel of Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. It is a fun game. It does have like really bad frame rates at times, but I really like it for like what they do with the story. But I also like what they did with the gameplay, because the gameplay's really fun. I love a Dynasty Warrior kind of game. I don't play Dynasty Warriors, but I like the Hyrule Warriors series, the franchise of it. I really like that, and it was a really good part of it. If they could only really just fucking fix the lag or like the frame drops that they have in this game, and it would be fucking great. But we all did our segments. We all did it good. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching the show. We love you all. Thank you, and you have a wonderful holiday. And we have more stuff planned like this, but you might see it in a different way. But we'll give you an announcement pretty soon in the future when it comes here. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta go to a meeting. Everyone's gotta go this. I gotta talk to you all later. And then thanks for watching, everybody, and goodbye.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful day. Yes.
We already left, Edgar. You don't have to say it again. Just cut it off.